Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. If you're new here, a very warm welcome. My name is Emily, and this channel is all about living abroad, life as an expat or an immigrant. And as I live here right now, it's mainly based on Canada and life in Canada, life in British Columbia, and life on Vancouver Island. So if you are interested in that kind of content, please don't forget to check out my channel and subscribe if you want to. In today's video, I want to talk about something that is very close to my heart and something that this entire channel is based on, and that is why you should live abroad, or at least why I think that everybody, if they can, if they have the opportunity to, should live abroad, even if it is just a short period of time. I've lived in Canada for 5 years now, and it has been 5 of the best years of my life. There have been ups and downs, of course, with everything, but has been an experience that I would never take back for the world, and I just want to share with you a few reasons why I think that everybody should try it if they can. And if you are thinking about moving abroad, perhaps you're planning it right now, perhaps you're thinking maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, if you're on the fence, or if you're about to move abroad, or if you've just moved abroad, this video is definitely for you. And if you have any comments, please don't forget to drop them in the comments below. I try to get back to everybody, so if you have any questions or things that you want to let me know, please don't forget to do that. So the first reason why I think that everybody should live abroad, or at least travel abroad, is that travel and living abroad opens your mind to totally new things, new ways of life, new opportunities, new people. A lot of people think that just because Canada and the US and North America generally speak English, that it's very similar to the United Kingdom. But as those of you who have traveled here and live here know, that is completely not the case. In fact, Canada and the United States are so incredibly different, and that is something that I personally didn't realize before moving here. I thought that Canada was kind of a cross between the United Kingdom and the US, and in a way that's true, but it has so much of its own culture, specifically the beautiful indigenous culture that this country is rich in. And I urge you all to look into it, research it, because the Native American and Indigenous and First Nations cultures of Canada and the United States are just beautiful, and that is one thing that living in Canada really opened my eyes up to. It just really made me appreciate other people's worldviews and other cultures' worldviews, not just the Western worldview. I am making it a very integral part of my learning while being in Canada, learning about the Indigenous cultures, because I feel like it is not only extremely important, but it's also my responsibility as an immigrant living in Canada to learn about the Indigenous and First Nations cultures that have been around this country for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. The next reason that I feel like everybody should live abroad, and not just in Canada this time, is that you only live once. And what I have found in my short life here is that you only truly regret the things that you don't do. I have spoken to so many people that have told me that they wish that they'd had the courage when they were younger to travel and to live abroad. I'm a big believer that you should take every opportunity that you can to live and to grow your mind, and I feel like living abroad is just one of those beautiful opportunities that if you have it and you're privileged enough to have it, you should definitely take it, because you do regret the things that you don't do. And I feel like if you're thinking about it and you're wondering what it's like, even if it is just for a short period of time, even if you're just doing camp counseling in the United States for a summer, or doing work in Australia for a few months, or traveling around Thailand, backpacking, Europe, whatever it is, I feel like everybody should have that opportunity to travel or live and learn in a place other than the place that they were born and raised in. Another reason that I think everybody should live abroad at least once, or again, at least just travel, is that living abroad, becoming an expat or an immigrant, changes you forever. It pushes your capabilities, it pushes your limits. I spoke about this in my other video, which I will link, but it really does change you as a person. And even though there are challenges and there are struggles that come with being an expat, there are extreme low points. I feel like everybody goes through that, especially with a big change, but there are also extreme highs. And I feel like as a person, I have come out of this so much stronger and so much more knowledgeable, and I feel like I have grown immensely in the time that I've been away, and so much more than I would have been when I was living at home. I feel like living in another country really offers you that opportunity for a fresh start, to kind of try something new, to be your own person, to perhaps break away from the limitations that you felt when you were living at home. I think just the growth opportunity for living and traveling abroad is just monumental. And I think even just that reason alone is an amazing reason to travel or live abroad. The next reason why I think that everybody should take the time to live abroad is that it really makes you appreciate your friends and family and the time that you spend with them so much more. Even though you spend less time with your family when you live abroad, when you do see your friends and family, the time that you spend is so much more quality. You appreciate it so much more. You really take in every single moment that you get with them. And I just feel like my relationships with my friends and family, the ones that have stuck around, have really grown significantly in a really positive way. And I am so grateful for the time that I get to spend with them. Because you really never know what's going to happen. I've had the chance to learn that lesson. It's a very difficult one to learn, but I feel like it's really going to benefit me in the future, and it definitely just makes me stay very mindful and very present when I'm spending time with people and really just appreciating their time, their presence, and just making memories and magical moments and just really enjoying living and having connections to people. I feel that sounds very airy-fairy, but it is definitely something that, for a life lesson, living abroad has really helped me learn, and I don't think that I would have learned that as quickly living at home. The next reason why I feel like everybody should live or travel abroad is the freedom. And this is especially poignant with living abroad. There is nothing, in my opinion, that is more liberating than buying a one-way ticket somewhere. I've had the opportunity to do this a few times now, a couple of times with long-term travel and then twice for moving, and I can honestly say those moments of clicking that one-way ticket button when you're booking a plane ticket is just so incredible, and it offers you a freedom that you will not experience in any other way. It's a very unique feeling. It's often coupled with anxiety and a little bit of stress, but the overarching feeling personally for me was just this sense of freedom and this sense that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. If you plan for it, if you really want to do it, then the opportunities are available to you. Even though I make a joke about packing up my life into suitcases, which was very stressful and not the most relaxing thing, it was incredibly exciting, and it really does feel as if you're starting a new chapter and you're having this new experience. And getting off a plane in a place that you've either never been or you're not familiar with, knowing that this is going to be your new home, is just so exhilarating. But more than that, again, it offers you this chance to grow and explore the world and realize that the world is a small place, and if you really want something and you plan for it and you're passionate about it, you can create opportunities for yourself that others might never have thought possible. Not just with travel and living abroad, but with a lot of things in life. If you truly believe in yourself and you want something enough, then you can usually find a way to make those things happen. And that is something that traveling and living abroad has really taught me. Persistence and passion and motivation for your goals and what you want to achieve in your life is entirely possible. And I really do think that's one of the magic things about travel and living abroad. As well as just opening your mind to new people and new places and new cultures, it also offers you a way to open up your mind to new opportunities and new ways of life and seeing things in a different color, in a way that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. And in the same way that the world is a small place, it's also massive, and there are so many amazing people that you can get out there and meet, and all it takes is a one-way plane ticket or even a round-trip ticket, because honestly I feel like travel offers a lot of the same things as being an expat does or living abroad does. And finally, I feel like if you've got through this video to this point, then there's something inside of you that probably says I want to live abroad, or you're either planning to live abroad or you're thinking about it. But I feel like if you've reached this point in the video, then something is on your heart. And for you guys, I want to say this. This is my biggest reason for doing, not just living abroad, but for doing anything. And that's, if it's written on your heart, do it. Living abroad has been one of the most challenging things I've ever done, but it was by far the greatest decision that I ever made. It changed me as a person, it helped me grow. I experienced entirely new things, new places, peoples, cultures, opportunities, but it all started with an idea. Something inside of me told me that I wanted to do this, that I wanted to live abroad, that I wanted to live in a place that was not where I was born and raised, an entirely new place, to have a new adventure and a new opportunity. And I feel like if this sounds like you, if there is something inside of you nagging you to do that, then you should absolutely do it, because at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, all you have to do is go home. Again, generally the biggest things that we regret are the things that we don't do. And I feel like if you are lucky enough to have the opportunity, or if you can make that opportunity for yourself and you really, really want to do it, then take it and do it, because you never know what could happen. And yes, you might be faced with challenges, but you could also be launched into the greatest adventure that you have ever had, and you would never have had the opportunity if you hadn't have taken that first step. Every journey starts with a single step in the right direction, and I hope that this video has inspired you to do that if that's what you want to do. And of course, if that's not what you want to do and you're just watching this video to get someone else's insight, that's okay too. You don't have to live abroad to have a great adventure. You can have a great adventure in your everyday, because at the end of the day, adventure is a mindset. But sometimes it takes living abroad or living somewhere else to change that mindset and to realize that your adventure starts with your everyday. It starts with your walk to work, or your morning coffee, or a hike in the mountains, or a boat trip, or just a road trip to your local town. Adventure truly can be found in the everyday, and you don't have to live abroad to find it. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and check out my channel for more. I post videos every single week, and if you enjoyed it, I would love to have you along for the ride. Until my next video, I hope you have the most wonderful day, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.